I'm not used to doing videos this close to my face. It's a little unnerving, and I feel like you're like right in my personal space, so this is gonna take a minute to get used to. I'm doing another makeup tutorial. This one is not really a tutorial as much as like, let's see if we can do it kind of thing. I don't want to call it a tutorial because it might turn out like crap. I'm not a professional makeup artist in the least. Last year are just some things I knew how to do, and that's why I did those 4 makeup things. If you want to see it, I'll put a link of it in the description below. It's like really quick, easy things you could do last minute. I just want to start off and say that this was supposed to begin with me making a headpiece for the costume, but it didn't really end up looking that great. So let's go around my head. That's what we're gonna do with this palette layer. We're gonna go around my head about twice. I think I want it right about here. Oh, why is this so out of place? Take my wire and I don't know, I guess I just kind of wrap it around. Uh-oh, what happened? Somewhere along the line, I fucked up. Kiefer, I need a second opinion. You don't like it? Always have a second opinion when things might not go the way you think they're gonna go. It's molting. I think I'm gonna scrap this. So we're just gonna get straight into the makeup. Now the first thing we're gonna probably wanna do is get rid of all the gross acne that I have on my face. So let's get a little bit of foundation on this puppy, huh? I'm using the Revlon Photo Ready airbrush in the shade Natural Beige. And the problem about this is I love this stuff, but you can't get it anywhere. I like it so much because it goes on really, really smooth. But I can't seem to find it in stores anymore. It's probably discontinued, so I just get it online. Now I'm gonna suggest like finding the most pale version of foundation you can. I just only have this kind right now, but that's okay, I think. Now we're gonna white me up with a little bit of Makeup Forever palette. I'm going to use the white. I got this from Sephora. It is way overpriced for what it is, but I've had it for a little while and I actually really enjoy the way it works. I've been told that there's like a very cheap alternative that works just as good, but I don't remember the name of it. But I guarantee if you like look up the Makeup Forever knockoff on Google, you could find it. So I'm gonna take my brush, and I don't know what brush this is, but this is a flat concealer brush from Sephora. Also an overpriced brush. And we're just gonna take a little bit, and I think what my plan is we're just gonna kind of start from the top, like make it more white from the top, and then kind of just fade it down. Alright, so let's see if we could just blend this down with one of my makeup sponges, which I love these things, and you can get them from Target for like, I don't know, like $1 or something. Like you get enough of them. So really we just want to blend our foundation and this white together. I actually kind of really like that kind of fadey look, so I think I'm going to stick with what I'm doing here. And I want to kind of get over here a little bit so that way I could fade it more towards my eyes. I'm gonna put some down the center of my nose and like kind of on top of my cheekbones to prepare for the highlight, because I feel like if I do this now, I won't have to do as much later when I want to kind of highlight specific areas. Now I'm already kind of looking sunken in, which is kind of cool. I want to kind of make this a beauty-ish look. I don't want it to be like scary necessarily. I want it to be kind of creepy, but I don't want it to be like scary. I kind of want it like pretty. I'm gonna put a little bit of under eye concealer on, and I like to use this Garnier Skin Renewal Anti-Dark Circle Repair. I think this is the medium shade. It doesn't really tell me anymore. I think I took that off a while ago, but I've been using this forever. This is like a staple in my makeup collection, and I love this stuff. I believe I used this in a favorites video a long time ago. I can't remember, but we're gonna put some under here, get rid of some of those dark circles, maybe even some on top of our lid here a little bit too. And I think the next step is the eyes. I really want to focus on the eyes a little bit. I'm not the best at eye makeup, but I want to try to kind of like do the best I can. So I have a little bit of the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. I believe this is the Sin one. Yeah, so it's got like a little bit of like tint to it. It's almost like a rose gold. It could be its own eyeshadow in its own right, but I'm going to use a little bit. I always use too much, so I'm always nervous I almost want to put it on, you know what, I'm almost going to put it on this, on a little sponge. Just put a little bit, put a little bit. A little bit goes a long way with this stuff, especially because I always use way too much. See, I feel like that's already too much. We just want to put it all over our lids. Now I've got my fluffy kind of powdery brush, and I have my Urban Decay, ooh, what color is it? It's called Hot? H-A-I-G-H-T? I don't know, but it's a really pretty blue color, and I love this. It's like, almost like it kind of sparkles in the light. I just love it so much. And I think I'm just gonna kind of like do all over the crease right there. Look at me talking like I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't. I actually don't even know if I'm doing this right now that I'm looking at this brush, but we know whatever. Whoa, a little bit too much. I feel like I have the wrong brush. Let's do with this brush. And then back, I took off a good chunk of it, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put a little bit of the concealer back on over this, so that way I can cover some of this blue that I've really messed up a lot. I've got blue on my nose now. Awesome. Getting everywhere. It's like herpes. Alright, so let's try this again. We're going to take a little bit less now, and we're going to put it in the corner of our eye, and then let's see if we can get that going. And we're just going to put it in there. Alright, that's a little bit better. Now I'm going to use my smaller kind of, I don't know what to call this, flatter brush. And I'm going to do slight underneath right here in the eye, just a little bit. Just to kind of get the eye going. Now we're going to move on to the more darker, pretty purple by Urban Decay. And this is called Psychedelic Sister, which I love this color. It's like the same thing as the blue, but it's like purple. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this Psychedelic Sister on the top part, no, I don't know what to call it, the lid part, the actual lid part. And blend it in with the blue as much as possible. Just blend until your arm bleeds. I'm sure like a million people are like screaming at me to stop doing whatever I'm doing, because I'm probably doing a million things wrong. Go away. Oh, I'm trying to finish this. What do I feel like there's a smear? Is there a smear on this side of my face? Let's fix that with a little foundation, shall we? Let's go in a little with a foundation. That's my solution to everything when I mess up. Just more foundation. Just go from the start. So next on the list here, I don't exactly know. I'm really bad with the eyeliner and stuff like that, but I do feel like that's going to help this look a lot because it's kind of messed up and really bad. What I've been doing, because this, I like using these eyeliner pens, but it ran out and I didn't feel like buying anymore. So what I'm doing is I'm using the eyeliner pen, but I'm using the Bobbi Brown eyeliner in black ink. And it isn't working for some reason. That's great. So you know what? Screw it. We're going back to the Makeup Forever palette and we're gonna use the black. I'm gonna do a really sloppy wing because clearly that's all I'm good at is making really sloppy makeup. You know what? We're just gonna remove the wing. We're just gonna do eyeliner. We're gonna say that's good to go because I'm really bad at eye makeup. But next on the list, one thing I know how to do, and that is I'm gonna white my eyebrows. And for that, I'm gonna use this NYX Jumbo Eye, I don't even know what to call this. Jumbo Eye Pencil is what it is, and it's gonna be in the color Milk. And basically, all we're gonna do is kind of go up on the strands, kind of like if you were just like filling in your brow, but instead we're filling it with white. Now my next thought is I saw this design and I think I want to kind of mimic it as best as possible. And that was kind of like these dots kind of like spread out in like a pattern around this girl's face. And I just loved it. And I think I kind of want to do something similar. So what I plan on doing is I'm going to go back to the Jumbo pencil, the white one, and I'm really just going to kind of find where I want to place these dots and then just kind of go with it. I think I'm going to put like some above my eyebrow and then maybe some right here, kind of following my cheekbone. That might be cool. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So these are the dots that are going above my eyebrow. I think they kind of add a cool, fun touch. Now this is the part where it actually gets kind of fun and interesting. And that is the actual feathers. Oh, there's like feathers attached to the lid. That's fun. Now, I found these feathers at Michael's craft store, and I don't know if I'm liking them now that I'm looking at them. There's glitter everywhere. Okay, don't get glittered feathers, because they're garbage, because like they look like crap, now that I'm looking at these. And 2, it gives you the herpes of the craft world, glitter everywhere. So we're going back to some regular craft feathers. Now I'm gonna try to find some small ones. Try to find as many that are similar shape as possible. And kind of go in opposite directions. So this one, see how it naturally kind of goes that way? And then we have some that naturally kind of go that way. Actually, I think these both go this way, but you know what I mean. Like you want some that kind of go that way and some that kind of go that way. But you also want them to be small. I found my feathers, and I think I'm gonna use 4 altogether. Now first things first, we're gonna get a little bit of duo eyelash glue. And I would suggest getting the kind that is clear when it dries, because I saw other ones that would go like skin color, but I don't think that's gonna be very good. So we're just gonna put that pretty much on the edge of the feather, mostly because that's gonna be where it's gonna stick the most. There's one thing I know about eyelash glue is you wanna wait till it gets a bit tacky. So just kind of, I'm gonna get rid of some of it. I put way too much on here. It fell out. All right, let's try this again. Without messing up this time. Okay, just a little dollop. There we go. Blow on it, get it to dry a little bit. You want it to be tacky before you put it on your face because it won't stick until, it's kind of like spirit gum. If you ever use spirit gum, it doesn't work until it gets a little bit tacky. Let's see. Let's try to get this on where we want it. Frick. Fell. Okay, let's let it still a little bit wet so we got some time. Alright, let's put this other one on here. The thing about the eyelash glue is you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, they feel like they're falling off. But I guarantee, once they dry, they will not fall off. Especially something lightweight. Maybe if it was like a little bit heavier or something like that, it might fall off. But I used to put moss on my face, which is actually probably the same thickness and density as these feathers. And trust me, it will not come off. I had to rip it off at the end of the night. So okay, right next to it, I think I'm gonna put this like right on top of it, kind of, sort of. I feel like what we should have done with the brows is actually made them black. Black, black, black. Maybe we can rearrange that. So maybe let's just try to... See, that's the beauty of my channel. I'm not a beauty guru, so I can mess up and do all these things and feel stupid for you and make these mistakes for you. And you could learn from my mistakes and do better than me. I think I like that much better. The black brows make a little bit more sense, especially since we have the white dots. And we have a little bit of a highlight under the brow. I think it looks a lot nicer. And now we're gonna finally move on to the last step, which is the lip. And we're gonna start with a little bit of, this is the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner, and it is in the color, I think it's called Jet Set. I don't really know how to tell the color on these, but I'm gonna guess it's the only thing that makes sense on here that would be a color. It's called Jet Set. It's like a purpley, it's like a purpley color. And we're gonna use this to line our lips. And then we're gonna go in with the lovely shade of NYX Liquid Suede, and I don't know how to tell these damn colors. Subservient Socialite, I believe is what the color is. And it's like a super deep purple that almost looks black, and that's why I love it so much. And because I almost forgot, put a little bit of powder on your eyes and on the top, just to kind of set everything in, and you don't want it to all smear and whatnot. And this is basically my Angel of Death look. I was gonna put like white hairspray in my hair, but I think I kind of like it like this with the kind of purpley kind of look. I just want to do a little heads up thing. I didn't end up doing the makeup that I did in the video because I couldn't get into it, so I ended up doing this look. Obviously, I'm not wearing the costume, but I just wanted to fill you in that this is the end-all look that I went with. You know, it's a trial and error, and I enjoy doing the makeup, but I feel like it was kind of difficult to do, and I wasn't really sure what I was doing at the time. And it really was just a test, and then I kind of just was, as I was going, when I was putting it on today, I kind of was like, you know what, let's go a different route. So I went with the kind of half look this time and painted my nails, stuck with the purple lip, so I'm still good. And then I kind of just did like a fun gold color and then some black and a little bit of white to kind of make it look like feathers. And then bam, that's what I did. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and if you did, give it a like. Subscribe to my content and all that good stuff. It's just like right down there. It's gonna be in the description below, I guarantee it. I always put it down there. I know it was in 3 parts, but we did it together. Like, we worked together to get this look, and I think it turned out pretty good. So until next time, my little angels of death.